What's up? I am Haley. I feel like most of y'all probably know that because if you see this, it's probably because you know me. I was just gonna do a little get ready with me. I just realized how awkward the camera is. I don't really record myself like this. Like, this is a kind of weird thing for me. Anyways, I'm not really here for like the makeup aspect of it because, well, I don't really do makeup that much, honestly. So I'm just gonna tell y'all, I don't know, just talk a little bit, I guess. You know how those people do that? Get it? So, first thing I do, this. Alright? This is a crusty, I don't even know, dude. This is just like an eye cream that I got at Farmer's Market. It's called Essence, and yo, this is good stuff. Yeah, what's up? I got that pro camera that focuses, but it takes like 3 seconds to focus back, so I'm probably not gonna do that anymore. Anyways, so I just put that under my eyes. Woohoo! Because I have naturally really dark eyes. And a lot of people are like, yo, are you tired? And I'm like, you know what? I can't help it. So I think a lot of us are more insecure about our insecurities, and a lot of people don't notice them. But it's like when that one person does notice it, it's like, oh shit, everybody notices, huh? And today I was talking, my little voice was telling me that you choose to see your life, how you see it. That's all your perception. And a lot of us get into these stereotypes about things and that the world is negative, and there definitely is negativity, but how negative is it really, you know? Or is a lot of it just exposure? The next thing that I do is this. It's Origins. I trust this brand with my whole heart. It's the daytime moisturizer, energy boosting gel moisturizer. I prefer the night one, honestly, but I use that like it's my little baby because, you know, it's expensive. But it has hyaluronic acid, which is like proven to make sure that your skin doesn't age as fast. I really believe it because every time I wake up after I use that, I'm like, whoa, my skin is beautiful. And I'm also on this pill called the Balance Pill by Alani Nutrition, which has really helped with my acne from my IUD, which I've talked to my peoples about that. And I can get more into it if y'all want. But anyways, I just massage my face. But it dries out my skin, I've noticed. And so that stuff just puts me back in check. I'm like, yo, I can tell. Anyways, massaging your face is also good. Make sure you massage upward like this. When you get a facial, they'll do this, and you're like, damn, that feels so good. And then you're like, shit, I could do that myself. So I started doing it myself. I think Michelle Phan showed me like 10 years ago. And then ever since I was like 9 years old, I was like, I gotta do that. And because I'm white and, you know, we don't age as well. So yeah, I gotta make sure that I stay a little bit on top of it. So I'll just massage my face. It helps relieve stress in the face. And then after that, I like kind of like massage my scalp. I don't use any hair products anymore because I don't have any good solid hair products that I like, that I trust. I'm starting to become very aware of what is in products, and when you read a label and it's like all chemicals, you're like, shit, dude, like I ain't with this. My shampoos are both sulfate and paraben and all that good stuff free. Still don't really know how much I trust it anyways because they still have things in them that I'm like, yo, I don't know what that is. I use biotin hair hask or whatever. It's like a biotin infused whatever. And then I use another brand. It's like lemongrass. They're both from Target. They're more expensive, but they've made my hair curlier, softer, smell nice. And I believe it's making it grow faster because it has biotin in it. Mario Badescu, y'all know. I think a lot of people use this. It really calms my face. I don't know how, but I put this on and I'm like, yo. Woo! I think that you choose to see what you want to see. That's kind of why I deleted Twitter, because it felt like it was kind of like a news source. And I was like, yo, I'm not here for this. A lot of news sources are negativity, just spreading that around. There is some positivity on Twitter, but I think a lot of it was just affecting me. Urban Decay, eyeshadow primer. But a lot of Twitter was, I felt like, negativity. And I was like, yo, I ain't here for that. So it was also addicting, kind of. Like, I felt like I was on it a lot. And I'm trying to be more conscious about my time because YOLO! But really, you know, you don't want to be just scrolling and scrolling. And I felt like I was also doing it in front of, and with people, you know? It's like I could be talking to people, but rather I'm just like on Twitter. But back to the choosing to see what you want to see, I think that a lot of Twitter was like, men are trash, and I mean, you know, there is a lot of negativity, not negativity, but things that go on. You know, there is rape, and these things do happen. Men can do some shitty things, but I think so can women, and I think media kind of highlights that, just it's all over men, you know, it's less about women. It's hard. As a woman, I find myself treating men differently than I treat women. I find myself being scared, and I mean, it's hard when you hear so many things. I'm learning how to balance. How do you walk around safely? How do you not be naive to what actually goes on, but yet still be able to not have that stereotype rooted in you? We got the Anastasia Modern Renaissance, still my favorite. It's really important that we know how to keep that balance, because it's not fair to anyone to judge them based on who they are. How do you avoid that stereotyping that you naturally want to do? When you believe that the world is negative, you're going to see a lot more negativity. And I found that I needed to really limit the things that I was exposing myself to in a critical period of me growing. I literally blocked like half of the people that followed me and that I followed, and then unblocked them. Like, I wasn't like hating on them, like I have nothing against them, but I had to do that because like that's just where I'm at right now. I can't be exposed to a lot of these things. And so be careful to what you expose your mind to. A lot of media can be negative. Media can make you feel not okay with yourself. Got that Huda? Is it Huda? Who the hell knows? But yeah, social media can make you feel all kinds of ways, and it can be a really positive environment where you meet people and all that good stuff, but it can also be somewhere where you feel like you don't fit in. And I think that's all based on who you follow, you know, what you put in your mind. I really believe that you are the creator of your life, and that when you expose yourself to all these social media things of just all models, and you're in a period of being insecure, it's going to affect you. I was following a bunch of fitness people, and there was nothing wrong with them. They did nothing wrong, but I was in a position of insecurity, and I couldn't expose myself to that at that point. It's not because of how you're portraying it. It's because of how they're seeing it, how they're perceiving it. Life is all about your perception. We control everything. We control all that. I realize I'm really awkward. This is why I don't do this. It's gonna take a little bit of time to like get myself comfortable with this, but guess what? We're all beginners at one point. There's a lot of people that you don't know that are following you sometimes. A lot of us have just like public accounts, and it can be seen wrong and heard wrong, and you can say things that are there for the public. And that's something to acknowledge when you want to share who you are. That's something that I've learned through media, is that some topics you just don't bring up because you can't talk with people. You know, you can say 1,000 characters or whatever on your caption, but that's it. You can't go any further than that, and it's hard to really portray what you mean. So yeah, that's something that you gotta know as somebody who wants to share who they are, that you are sharing yourself, but some people won't like it. Period. You're the one that gets to decide who you let in and who you don't. Another thing, random little thought that I was thinking is, how do you tell somebody that you can't have them in your life? How do you tell somebody that they are not helping and that you feel like you've kind of moved on, if that makes sense? I'm still learning. It's a really hard thing for me because when we don't tell people how we feel, we just kind of make them assume. And, you know, you stop hitting them up and asking them to hang out, and then when they do want to hang out, you're busy all the time, or you don't want to hang out, or whatever. But how do you cut off a friendship when you feel like it's deteriorating, when you feel like there's no benefit, or maybe it's even toxic for you now. It's been on my mind because I feel like it's unfair to just end a friendship, especially a close one, with just nothing, just kind of letting it fall out rather than just openly telling somebody. But how do you tell somebody these kind of things? You know, when you don't feel really comfortable being around them because of their negativity, or because you guys have changed and you feel like there's no common denominator between you guys anymore. When we stop being honest and we just kind of let things fall apart, it leads to so much trust issues, you know, when we really don't have to. I'm back on the Modern Renaissance, by the way, and I'm using like a pink love letter is what it's called. Anyways, you know, and we're allowing trust issues. There's a lot of things about like ghosting, you know, and it happens with friendships too. And it's definitely left me like, why are they doing this? But yet I find myself kind of doing the same thing. And it's just like, can we come to an honest thing of like, we're not compatible anymore. We don't complement each other anymore. We don't have any really real bond. What about when you guys are on a different page, you know, one of you guys still really wants to hang out and all that, and the other one is like, you know, that's the hard part, is like, you don't want to say that you're better than them, but they're just not complimenting your life anymore. Yeah, that's a hard thing, because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, but I feel like when you can't explain yourself, it hurts their feelings even more. I think that it's a hard conversation that we need to start having, or else we're just going to keep toxic people in our life, or we're going to get rid of them without an explanation, and it's really not fair to that other person. Friendships are hard too. I think people treat them differently as if they're not a relationship, you know, when you're in a relationship, you're trying hard to work on it and do all that, but it's like in friendships, you kind of give up. And I think a lot of people just do that. We forget that we need to have our dates as friends. We need to, you know, keep showing that we love each other and hang out and spend quality time together and bond and, you know, do all these things, have honest conversations, or you're just going to keep losing friends. That's really the reality of it, is that you're going to keep losing friends if you don't know how to have a conversation. Starstruck. It's a thing for my Ipsy bag, which I haven't had for like a year. But I don't really, I used to not do eyeliner, and then I just stopped buying makeup because I don't really do it that much. Like, if you can tell, I'm not the best at this. Yeah, definitely this is not a video about makeup, because yeah, you'd be disappointed if you're watching this for tips. But pink does highlight the brown eye, if that's tip. So I just do a little small cat eye. Just elongates the eye a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing. I just kind of fuck around until I I just let it be. It's an eyeliner. That's it. And then I get my concealer. Well, I let that dry. I mean, I don't even know if it needs more than like 3 seconds, but and I kind of just like cover the redness. I have really bad redness. I need to get something for that. This is the Maybelline concealer that comes with the 6 shades. It's called Master Camo. Looks like that. I don't really stress about like little blemishes, but like I like to get the big ones. Personally, I feel more confident when I wear concealer, because it makes me feel like flawless, you know. But there comes a point where it's like, maybe you need to just acknowledge that you have blemishes and let it be. But yeah, you can tell I don't like make it perfect. I just kind of like conceal it a little bit. Then I got this like lash curler, because my eyelashes are like really straight. I honestly think this is a Forever 21 $2 thing. My eyeshadow is like awful, kind of, and what I do is just like, this is gonna sound bad, but I just like put mascara on and then it just covers it. So like when I close my eyes it doesn't look the best, but whatever. Not all of us were made to be good at makeup, shit. Then what I do is I just put some mascara on, you know, and I just like cover up all the imperfections from my eyeshadow. Make it look like I know what I'm doing. I'm feeling kind of obnoxious right now. I'm really hungry. And I'm gonna eat after this. Hallelujah! I'm vegetarian and sometimes I find it hard to find things to eat because I am vegetarian and a lot of my meals used to be like pizza rolls and all that good stuff, you know, all that healthy stuff. My favorite meal that I feel kind of healthy about and it actually fills me up is just a sandwich of pepper jack, spinach, iceberg lettuce, chopped up, and avocado and bread. It's dank. It is such a good combination. The pepper jack just, whew, it hits, dude. It hits. And avocado on anything, dude, oof, that is the shit. When you eat healthy things, you will notice a difference in your energy. Same with working out. That's the reason why I work out, why I eat healthy, is because it makes my body feel good. You gotta love your body where you're at. That's something that is a big lesson to learn. Oof. How do we get more confidence? I want to talk more about that because that's my favorite thing. So, anyways, I'll be back one of these years. But yeah, thanks for coming. Bye, guys.